You guys married at this time or still dating?
We got married in Vegas on our drive out.
No way. That's cool.
Truly. So he proposed the night before. We got in the car. We drove out there. We got married in Vegas. The movers called us and said, hey, we are ahead of schedule. We will be there tomorrow in Texas. And we said, no, you can't.
We won't
be. My husband negotiated like a day. And so we got married, had lunch, got back in the car, kept on going. So I always joke, we left California with a boyfriend and I showed up in Texas with a husband.
Welcome to DFW Grit. I'm Dr. James Taylor and I'm your host, and this is more than just a podcast. We dive into the stories of the movers, the shakers, the small business owners, the entrepreneurs, right here in the DFW Metroplex. This is your home for authentic, real stories that prove what happens when you don't back down. Let's get to work. All right, hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of DFW Grit. Today, I'm with Arlin Gold of Community Impact. You said you know my wife, which
I do.
That's come up a lot of times.
Yeah, here. I bet. She's quite popular.
Is that how we met, though?
I don't think so. So I know your wife. We have lots of mutual friends. She's also
has lots of friends.
Yes. I consider myself like a ancillary. You know, just nice. If I can be in her orbit, I'm stoked on it. But she has been a guest or keynote speaker for events that I've been at. We have a lot of mutual friends. We run in the same circles, you know.
That's
somewhat. I used to be really involved in the Colleyville Chamber of Commerce back in the day as well. But I think how we met is I had posted something on social media that maybe piqued your interest. And
Keller Group, possibly?
Yes, Keller Neighborly. I do a lot. I will share our articles a lot of community impact news. And so I think that's maybe kind of how the conversation got started.
That sounds familiar.
Our origin story.
Lovely. So wonderful little segue. You share articles. Articles of what?
Yeah.
What is community impact? Because actually I went to the website. They're all over.
Yeah.
Which is wild. I had no idea. No offense. I had no idea the thing existed, but it's everywhere.
Yes. Okay. So in a nutshell, community impact news is hyper-local, non-partisan news. Okay. So we are family owned and operated, which is fantastic. We don't have outside investors.
Sweet.
John and Jennifer Garrett, they are in Jonathan and Jennifer. They're the cutest also. And they started Community Impact out of their game room in 2005.
Okay.
In the Pflugerville, Round Rock area.
Oh, so it's from Texas originally.
It's born and raised, baby. Right. Yes. And we focus on Texas specific hyperlocal news. So, you know, John he had come from the Austin Business Journal, was looking, you know, really wanted to know kind of like what all this road construction was going on, you know, 35 and 20 years later, we're all still wondering about 35.
True.
But couldn't get the answers and knew that his neighbors felt the same way. So he and his wife had this, you know, crazy audacious idea, took out a, you know, loan from their credit card company and started Community Impact News, really with the thought of like, let's inform the community about what's going on. Let's help small businesses thrive or businesses thrive. And let's do it with a really cool, collaborative, passionate team.
Yeah.
And 20 years later, we're in 40 markets throughout Texas.
So as the corollary that was in my mind when I was going through it, it's like you said, like a hyper-local paper.
Yes.
Do you know what they did to stop it from turning into like the neighborhood app or anything like that?
Yes.
Because it seems like it really could have gone down that road.
It could have. And then the great thing about Community Impact is that we have stayed true to our mission. I mean, we are a values-driven organization based on integrity, quality, passion, and we actually give those awards out every month to people that really, you know, the stones that people really embody. But what we focus on is education, transportation, city and county government, development, healthcare. We are staunchly nonpartisan.
I was just going to say, how do you keep that down the middle?
Exactly. So we are staunchly nonpartisan. We go to every city council meeting. We go to every school board meeting for all of our markets, but it is a just the facts, ma'am. So we take great pride in just saying what's, you know, this is what's on the ballot. Yeah. This is who's running, but we don't endorse candidates. We don't editorialize. We don't give our opinion. because we're going to 2 million homes throughout Texas.
How hard is that to do?
It's quite hard. It's quite hard. However, we have amazing editors and journalists and reporters that all have done this for a lot of our journalists, we are their first job out of college, which is really cool. But we don't have people that just, oh, I kind of want to write this,
I want to moonlight or something like that.
Right. It's people who are really good at what they do. And we will actually run. So, you get into this like AI space, right? And like, is AI writing articles? And we are obviously not doing that at all. But what we do, which is cool, is we will run our content through AI and saying like, hey, can you find bias?
Okay.
And so that's one of the tools and how we're utilizing AI, not to write our content, but to be a little bit of oversight for us, or are making sure that we're not skewing one way or the other, because like I said, we're going to 2 million residences throughout Texas. We don't know if they are red, blue, purple, whatnot. And so we need to be respectful of their viewpoint and just give people the information.
And how often are you going to find a non-biased news source nowadays?
It's pretty rare.
Right? So how did you actually get into this? Because we were talking beforehand. You're from California originally.
I am. Don't tell anyone.
Still non-biased. Still non-biased.
I know. It's true.
But from California to DFW to a newspaper editor. Yeah,
it's a crazy story. And my background was food and beverage, hospitality. Okay. So quite an arc for sure. But I had worked in, restaurants forever. In San Diego. That's where I met my husband. Okay. He's in the beer business. And I was managing a restaurant in San Diego. He was one of my liquor reps.
Distributor?
Yes.
Okay.
Then so we got together, and then he had a really awesome opportunity with a brewery that he was with to come out and really increase the footprint of the brand in the central states. Okay. So they said, you're coming out to DFW and we want you there yesterday. So we said, okay, we're doing it. We got in the car.
You guys married at this time or still dating?
We got married in Vegas on our drive out.
No way. That's cool.
Truly. So he proposed the night before. We got in the car. We drove out there. We got married in Vegas. The movers called us and said, hey, we are ahead of schedule. We will be there tomorrow in Texas. And we said, no, you can't.
We won't
be. My husband negotiated like a day. And so we got married, had lunch, got back in the car, kept on going. So I always joke, we left California with a boyfriend and I showed up in Texas with a husband.
So did you have an intent to stop in Vegas, or was he like, oh, let's go this way real quick. What's over here?
I was brought in on the plan
okay.
the night before, but, and then we did have a big ceremony with our friends and family later.
That's cool.
But yes. So it's just kind of a fun story.
Right? I mean, it's on the way.
It's just on the way. Let's do it. Yeah. And I mean, it was cost effective. I'll tell you that.
I bet. Was Elvis there?
Elvis was not there, but we did have some pretty interesting cast of characters too. Like,
I'll allow it.
Yeah. Thanks.
So you get here, he's got a job waiting for him.
Right.
And you
don't.
Perfect.
I do not. So I had been in restaurants forever. And so figured, I will continue to do that. It's a, quick way to, get into the community and make some money right away. And I found a really nice restaurant in South Lake. I became their—
There's a couple there.
Yes. And I became their events manager, which was fantastic. It really lined up with what I wanted to do and my skill set, and met a lot of great people. And this is really where my community connections came in. Okay. I joined the South Lake Rotary Club. So my mom is a longtime Rotarian. Yes. And in the San Jose, California club, which is a massive, massive club.
I can just imagine.
Yes. And so I'd always known about Rotary and thought that Rotary was, did wonderful things in the community and, did a lot of service projects throughout the world. But I just thought that was really for people who had their life together, like right? Old people.
I don't want to say it, but I guess that was my thought.
Old men, right? And I was not either of those things.
Right.
But the restaurant that I was with was doing sort of a wine and jazz night, and the restaurant was participating. So I got to know the people in the South Lake Rotary Club. I joined. And if you are under 85, they are stoked that you are going to be there. So, but I met really, really wonderful people. And I think for the first time in my life, really started to get that sense of community. When I was in San Diego, it was very, just working nights and working in restaurants, and you don't really get those roots and that community feel, and just started meeting really wonderful people, getting really plugged in, and being able to be with like-minded individuals who really wanted to do service in the community. So I met the president of a bank in South Lake who was wonderful and became a mentor to me.
Okay.
And took me under his wing. Hired me as a business development officer for, at the time it was Providence Bank of Texas. And I joke that my experience before that in banking had been that I had stepped foot in a bank. That was about it. And so Randy McCauley, if you are listening, he took a big chance on
Thanks,
me.
Randy.
Yeah, thank you, Randy. He took a great big chance on me and said, you have the soft skills. I can teach you the rest.
Right.
And
so from restaurant to banking.
Natural
art, like you said
right,
earlier.
right. Just, what most people do. And then got really in deeper into the community. This is when I started joining the chamber. So I was in the Colleyville Chamber, which your wife is really involved in, Grapevine Chamber, South Lake Chamber, Keller Chamber. It was a full-time job.
Yeah.
I was in 5 chambers at the time, and, really being the face of the bank. Then I met people from Community Impact, really wonderful people like Anna Irwin and Lexi Cannavale, who were running the Grapevine Colleyville South Lake market.
Okay.
So that's our longest running market in DFW. Been here since 2011, I believe. Wow. Yes. And they were immediately so welcoming and wonderful. And I really liked what they were doing and really, really loved the publication. And so now we're in 2018.
Had you known of the publication before this?
I knew a little bit, but at the time it wasn't even fully throughout DFW as it is now. Okay. But I remember going through it, and I didn't get it at my house yet because we hadn't opened that market. But Anna started coming around and saying, we are looking to launch Keller, Roanoke, Northeast Fort Worth. And long story short, I came on board. So that was 2019. So 6 years ago. Wonderfully. They really were fantastic. And I have wonderful relationships with everybody still there. I still bank there. Yes, exactly. And still, have lunch with my mentor quite frequently. I'm on committees with people that were there. So very, very friendly. Yeah, and I'm still their biggest, proponent and advocate.
That is a wild path you took.
Truly. And this is all from somebody who really thought that they would work in restaurants for the rest of their life. Yeah. So we launched Keller in 2019. Okay. And then I don't know if you remember, but some weird stuff happened in 2020.
My schedule got a little messed up.
Yeah. So that was wild, and we all had to pivot big time. And the company as a whole really had to pivot. And I know because we are 100% advertiser supported. Okay. So we don't have a subscription model. Our publication is mailed out for free to every residence in our markets. So when you don't have, our advertisers at the time are, mom and pop or mortars, things like that. It was a real scary time. And we have a saying that we always wear the white hat. We were incredibly benevolent, in my opinion, of, telling people, you can pause.
What is the white hat?
We always want to do the right thing.
Oh.
We always want to, we're always going to be, a pillar in the community and doing the right thing and treating our customers the way that we want to be treated.
It's a good way to be.
Yeah, exactly. It goes back to that integrity aspect and whatnot. So it was a scary time, but we've made it through, and we are now growing. Which is great. So
because you said you're going into Denton soon?
We are, yes. So in DFW, Denton will be our 10th market. So we have
Goodness.
Yes. So we have the Keller market, which encompasses Roanoke and the Alliance area. Then we have Grapevine, Colleyville, South Lake. And then we go up north. So we have Frisco, McKinney, Plano, Richardson, etc. Denton is our 10th market in DFW. And then next.
Do you go south of 30?
Not yet, but we will. And Arlin will be next. And then we have filled out Houston, Austin, and we are in San Antonio.
You go south of 30, just way south.
Oh, yes. See, I'm from California. I don't know my way around at all.
Man, that is insane, though. So,
yes.
California restaurants, quick stop in Vegas.
Correct.
Banking, newspaper.
Yes.
So where do we find these?
Yes. So if you live in our markets, it is mailed to you for free, but we have an amazing digital platform. So communityimpact.com. And the really nice thing, and something that we really hang our hat on, is we don't have a paywall. So you're not going to pay for your articles. You're not going to get that.
I don't have to read just the first 4 lines.
Exactly. And then you're like, this article wasn't even about what I thought it was. This is clickbait. So none of our content is behind a paywall. That's really important to us. We believe that everybody deserves to know the news of their community. And then we have an amazing e-newsletter. So it's a Monday through Friday newsletter. You can subscribe to any of them, all of them that you want to. So for instance, I subscribe to the Keller one, as well as Grapevine, Colleyville, South Lake, and Denton. So if you have family in,
basically all the chambers you're in.
Yeah, precisely. And really, and it's great. It's Monday through Friday. It's top 5 stories of the day. It doesn't get weedy.
Okay.
And then you can kind of dig in a little bit.
Kind of quick overview if you want.
Yes. So it'll be like, hey, this restaurant just opened. This was on the agenda of last night's school board meeting. There's a road closure coming up, and here's five things to do over the weekend. Easy peasy. And again, just pertinent news that people need to know in their community that you can't find anywhere else.
And like you said, hyper-focused and hyper-local.
Even
so you're not just sifting through the moms groups on Facebook.
Correct. Yes, we do all of that for you. Well, and the moms groups share our content a lot. And, the chambers share our content a lot. We work in tandem with the cities that we represent. So they are able to give us information that we are able to disseminate as well, of elections and the scoop. All of our reporters and editors are all in-house. Our designers are in-house. We call it the triangle. So we've got sales, design, and content, and we can't do one without the other.
Now, for content, you said you're online. Are you on social media too?
We are. So Community Impact, at Community Impact. Yes. So we've got we have a DFW page, as well as Austin, Houston. And
so it's still the Metroplex, as opposed to like you said, Keller and Roanoke and things like that.
Right. We're doing it at the metro level for now because it just gets real weedy.
That's fair.
Yes. But what I recommend more than social media is that newsletter. That's really going to give you that hyper-local content every day in your inbox.
So I didn't see that poking around the website. That is good to know.
Okay. So if you're on the website, communityimpact.com, and then there's a little envelope button in the top right, I believe. That's where you'll hit subscribe.
Okay.
And
that'll be the more local ones, not all of DFW.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes. It's phenomenal. And I mean, I always say you're going to be the smartest person at the dinner party. 100%.
Which is important in South Lake and Grapevine.
Quite. You've got to keep up with the Joneses or the Taylors.
Well, no, this was really cool. Like, I want to say you're right that we found each other in a Facebook group.
Yes.
I did a little bit of digging, but I didn't know this much about that. Like I said, as soon as you leave, I'm going to go sign up for it. Like, that's
I hope you do.
Wild. And it seems like I'm not going to completely not biased, a really good resource for like a small business.
100%.
Just getting to know all the other stuff that's going on around, because I'm not keeping up with school board meetings and city council.
Well, who has time?
The chickens.
Right. Who has time to do all of that? And so we want to be a resource for you. And it's really kind of the small business journal for the average Joe, right?
I like that.
So it's none of the fluff. There's a term called refrigerator journalism, right? And that's going to be your recipe or your pet of the month or, Bobby's soccer game. That's not what we do. And other people do that really, really well. And that is fantastic. But we're going to be we know that people want to feel good about where they live and they work.
Right.
And so we want to be reporting on things that matter to people here. yes, we're going to have to report on things that are unfortunate.
Right.
Sometimes that's our job, but we're always going to be doing it through the lens of how can we be active, like actively helping in this situation instead of just reporting that there's a problem, reporting on ways in which, the city may be mitigating this, or, ways in which, the roads will be open one day. We're very solution based,
Right.
I should say.
Like, I'm glad we rescheduled 3 or 4 times.
Yes.
I'm glad this finally worked out. This is
Same.
really cool. I'm genuinely excited and interested to learn more about this.
I appreciate that.
So, as I said when you walked in, thank you for your flexibility.
My pleasure.
Got the website. They're on Facebook, Instagram, as far as just the Metroplex.
Correct.
If someone wants to be involved in it, how would they do that?
Yes. So again, that newsletter is going to be perfect.
Okay.
And then if you have story ideas, if you are, live in one of our 40 areas and you think, hey, like somebody really needs to know about this, or like, hey, I really want to know what's going on at that intersection of such and such and such and such.
Mm-hmm.
There's dirt turning and what's going on. So we have a whole section that's called Impacts, and it is now opens, coming soons.
Oh, sweet.
And that is our reporters and myself and my account executives just going out and seeing when dirt's turning, and we figure out what's
literally going out and asking questions.
Yes. And I just assumed when I started that we got some list of, no, we are the list.
Boots on the ground, if you will.
100% boots on the ground. And it's a way for us to really connect with the community. So
True.
We will announce restaurant openings and store openings all the time. And that is completely complimentary to the business owners. And it's just our way of getting the word out to the community about them.
Wearing that white hat, if you will.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Well, again, I really appreciate you coming out. Like I said, this is genuine. Nothing against the past guests. This is genuinely interesting. I want to look into this more.
Thank you.
You guys, if you found anything in here that you also like as much as I'm doing right now, like, share, follow, community impact. Maybe look for you on Facebook and Instagram, LinkedIn if you
Absolutely.
want. Doesn't matter.
Yes. Okay. I'm trying to be more active on LinkedIn, Arlin Gold.
Yeah, so am I.
Yes. I'm trying to replace, some scrolling in the morning with LinkedIn, and I do share a lot of our articles. But I promise you that if you dig into our site and enroll in our newsletter, you will be much more informed than the day before.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, this fits right into our little tagline here. You will learn more here by accident than elsewhere by design. You probably do that community impact. Totally ruined it. Probably do that on community impact too.
Absolutely. That's a guarantee.
Guys, like I said, like, share, follow. We'll catch you on the next episode of DFW Grit. Arlin, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Taylor.